What's going on, guys? It's Joey with Krav Maga XT. Oh, look at Abel. Don't worry about it, dude.
Good morning.
Good morning. So today we're going to talk about what if attackers keep attacking. It's a very good question. People ask us all the time when they come to us and say, hey, okay, I did this cool defense, but what happens if they continue to attack? What if the defense doesn't do the job that it needs to do? And that's a really good question, and it's something that we have to dive into. So here's the deal, guys. We've been doing this for a long time, and what we know is that there's a big stigma or misbelief or myth out there that if you learn self-defense and you do a technique, the fight is over. That is farthest from the truth. The fight is absolutely not over. Best case scenario, maybe something happens and they run away because you did the cool defense. It's very unlikely. What the defense normally does is it just opens a window up for you to attack back. So essentially, we're always training our students to become the attackers. So we're always we're attacking the attackers, or whatever you want to say. There's lots of different ways we can word it. But here, let me outline it really quick. We're getting ready to start the school. Got Adam over there doing a little private lesson with one of our students' daughters. Dad. All right, let's get to the fancy whiteboard here. Sorry about the lights, a little dark in here. I think one of our lights are out. So check this out, guys. In a fight, there's a big timeline that happens, right? There's what we always teach different sections. So we teach, first off, awareness. This helps us just avoid fights altogether. If we can do it, if we can be aware of things, then we can avoid. So that's a big part of the timeline. If we can avoid, great. If we can avoid, then we can de-escalate. So basically, before a fight happens, maybe we de-escalate the fight so it actually doesn't happen. And if we cannot de-escalate the fight and it happens, we have our techniques. And this could be basically someone has attacked you and now you're doing a technique, or you fight first or you hit them first before they can even attack you. Whatever it is, we have the technique. Then we have the disengage. I'm going to come up with better words for these later, but basically the disengage is when the fight is over and you leave to go home safely. So you have awareness to be able to avoid, to be able to de-escalate. If you cannot do that, the next step is to do the techniques, and after that, to disengage, go home safe. Now, today we're talking about this section right here, and actually we're teaching this in class tonight. So between the technique, there's this little area between the technique and the disengage that people never really talk about, and it's important to go into this. So basically, here's the idea, guys. While you're doing the technique, man, that light's terrible. Okay, so while you're doing the technique, you need to fight the person until they're no longer able to fight you. That's our standard philosophy. Basically, attack the attacker until they are unable to attack you. That's it. What does that mean? Well, it could mean a lot of things, and I probably shouldn't say stuff live, but basically, if you break their leg and they can't chase you or attack you anymore, you're done. If you knock them out and they can't continue to attack you, you're done. If they hurt themselves or they die or whatever, they're done. If they run away, they're done. If they're, you know what I'm saying? So basically, you're only done when the attacker is no longer able to attack you, or they leave, or they're knocked out, or whatever happens. So that's the part that we're focusing on right now. The technique and the disengaging. Most people teach to do a technique and then to stop. And that's when the person keeps attacking you. Or you do a technique and you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 punches and then you're done. Or a punch, kick, and then back away. What we're training is that people continue to fight until that sweet spot. Sorry, I got my marker out. Until that sweet spot of attacker is, I don't know how to draw this, but down. That's a person laying on the floor. When the attacker is down. So then you can move to the next spot, which is disengage. Disengage does not happen until you can safely move away and disengage from the person. Now, if you half-ass a technique, you only do part of a technique, or you are trying to be nice, let's say. Whoa, sorry, wrong button there. Let's say you're trying to be nice, so someone chokes you. That means they're trying to kill you, by the way. Someone choked you, and you decide to, do a cool defense, punch them, then back away and see how they're doing. Like, make sure they're not too hurt. That's a huge fatal flaw. You can't do that. If you give them that space and that opportunity to come back at you, they're going to come back at you. So you need to continue to attack them until they're no longer able to come back at you, or if they run away, or whatever it is. The idea is that you just have to keep going until you're safe. You don't make yourself safe by looking around and wondering. You just got to go. Okay, so today we're actually going to be working on something called continuing attacker, which is this exact thing that we're talking about, where we're going to deliberately make attackers attack our defenders mid-fight, or when they're trying to get away from the fight, or when they're disengaging. The attacker's going to come back with more strikes to help our students get it in their brains that the fight is never over until it's really over. So we got to make sure we keep training that and drilling that as much as possible. Now, if you're another martial arts school or another Krav Maga school and you're wondering, okay, how do I get these drills to help my students out? Here's a really good drill. I wish I had people here right now, but I'm not gonna make them come on camera. When you're doing a defense, when you have the attacker attacking the defender, and the attacker is choking them, let's say, they pluck, they do their disengaging, they're doing their counterattacks. Tell your students not to stop attacking until the attacker says so. And the attacker will say so by doing something drastic, which is like run away or fall down as if they're like knocked out or hurt. So basically the attacker is now telling the defender when they're done. So this could last for 2 seconds, this could last for 20 seconds, it doesn't really matter, but it keeps the defender in there fighting nonstop, being creative, pushing away, being aggressive. And it allows the defender to understand that, oh, there's that big movement where I'm going to understand now that the fight is over. Then they disengage, they scan, they make sure no one else is around, they book it. All right, guys, that's it for today. If you have any questions, let us know. If you want to try out a class, go to kravclass.com. Check it out. Take care.